Make sure you guys are shooting the correct legs. Be careful of the collisions. I don't want to hear complaints about it. Work around it. Let's play this game.
I need another heavy. I've got TB and a quick draw.
I want to get fairly tight to it. Now, anybody who's going to be working range, I'm going to need you to fade right on this. So when anybody's running short, we're going to stay towards the top of the caldera if we're going to come at them.
I have you in the Griff.
Sounds good.
Well, that's the thing. We got to get to brawling range, so I may be moving us right up to the hoop if we have to.
Wolverine nach Charlie 4.
It's fine, chill the out, man. It's fine, it's just a 5-star.
Kommt Leute, redet miteinander.
15 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't die. 15 seconds, don't die.
Guys. 3, 2, 1.
Charlie Dar, CT, yellow. Okay, go for Charlie, see if we can get it.
There. To your left, there's a... Sorry,
So jetzt guys, hinter die Indie-Pocken.
Mediums be prepared to pull back E40 towards the E5 border. On my mark.
Left side, come on! Like now, I need strikes on empty barrels. Why are our strikes up?
Die Hauptgruppe rechts, Uferlinie.
They have 3 mechs sitting on the left side when you pass over.
Overheating is bad.
Both legs on the Griffin. Hit the Griffin.
Sorry about that. That was such a
That's right. I'm gonna spawn Lance, you guys in Charlie. Lance, you guys in Bravo. That's B2C1.
This third drop is 2 lights, 2 mediums, 2 heavies, 2 assaults.
What's in die Breite? Ziehen Sie dann in die Breite?
Lights, watch our backs. We're gonna about base and take up position in Bravo 6.
Ja, kurz Aufschaltung, Delta 4, 3 Stück, 2 Mediums, ein Light, wie ich es richtig gesehen habe.
Make a firing line.
C4 Tactical Hill, boys.
Fox.
Laufen unter ECM, hab 2 durchlaufen, 10 Bravo 4.
And get ready to hit people coming from our right.
Charlie on the left. Charlie, a Hellbringer on the left.
Okay, let's group up towards the left. We're gonna press through Bravo 3 to Bravo 4. I think they're kind of spread out.
Check yourselves, make sure you've got, UAV cool shot.
Here they come, they're pushing hard, guys.
Deco. Tez on.
Go. Oh, got a contact here, Bravo 3.
Nice, Marshall. I'm on Delta Griffin.
We'll get cross it then, get in their face. They got a highlighter, they just push up on Theta. We need help on Theta. Up on Theta. Yep, that's the noise. Go. Let's finish this. Full pressure, guys. Full pressure. They're down low. They're down low in Charlie 3. Get the fucking arm, Jackson.
Jackson, cool shot.
Cough. I got him.
Okay, go. B3, go.
Echo, go.
Get over their medium, guys. Get Echo Stormcrow. God, I suck as a pilot, but thank I packed my skill. I'm sorry that you died, sweet girls, but we will send a reasonably nice letter to your family.
Hello everybody to MechWarrior Online Competitive, presenting Tournament of Stars tonight. We are still waiting on the teams to come into the lobby. We have there they are, RJF is coming in right now. We are presenting a very interesting match tonight. Division B, RJF Russian Jade Falcon against Black Omen. And let me invite Where is he? Mr. Bacon Lord for Team Black Omen as well. Both teams have the teams have played the 1v1 before the match already, and it went into the direction of RJF winning the 1v1, deciding to start on the Team 1 side. And to give you a bit heads up regarding what to expect today, we are going to play 5 drops with increasing tonnage limitation at... Okay, RJF left again, that's unfortunate. Tonnage limitations starting for drop 1 at 250 tons, and let me re-invite Mr. Daniel, aka Slave Labor.
Pay attention to the paper doll. Make sure you guys are shooting the correct legs. Be careful of the collisions. I don't want to hear complaints about it. Work around it. Let's play this game.
I need another heavy. I've got TB.
That's so great, guys. Now here we are. I'm so sorry. Welcome. this is starting off very nicely. Perfect. No radio cast for you. Lucky I figured that out early enough. That's a good sign. Let's take it like that. And what I actually wanted to do is have a quick look at the map thread. We are going to play on Wittrick Station for drop 1. As I said, 250 tons limit, so it's like you can bring 550 ton max or mix it up somehow. We've seen both so far. It's most likely going to be Brawl. Everything else would be kind of surprising, to be fair. And if you're familiar with the map, you are probably aware that in the middle here are 2 ramps, and usually the teams start coming up here into this area. Maybe you have some kind of an Overwatch mech in the back, and then they go at it and start engaging each other. That is what I would expect here as well. Probably no big surprises, should be fine. And we will have a look at how far the teams are coming. Team 1 is locked. Team 2 on the clock to get ready and get locked. We have mostly Bravo 1 Alpha 1 Charlie for Team 1, which does not come as a big surprise. They might go up on the left and right hand side of the ramp. Bravo maybe jumping up directly. They probably want to get into the circle as fast as possible, get some scouting going, and then we'll see. Team 2 setting up lances. Both teams at the right tonnage right now, using the 250 tons completely. Everything else would come as a little kind of a little surprise. I think this is the wrong time in this tournament to bring some kind of a meme drop deck. I wouldn't expect this from these 2 teams at this time. Team 2 is locked as well, and therefore I would say we should get things going. And let's launch them. Maybe while we are loading into the game, a few words regarding the points. You can see up high, RJF has 1 point already. That's the point they got for winning the 1v1. Beyond that, teams get 1 point for winning a drop, and they get up to 9 points for killing all 5 opponents. 1 point for the first kill, 2 more for every additional kill, so it is possible to get up to 10 points in a single drop. 5 drops is 50 plus 1 from the 1v1 is 51 points in total what is possible. And this leads to quite interesting matches. It's not so important to win the drop, it's more important to get enough kills. And even if you have high kill numbers on your losses and low losses on your wins, you can still win the match even if you don't win 3 drops or more. And we can see Viper to Viper's Black Lana Hellfire coming in here on the RJF side. Another Black Lana coming in, 2 Black Lanas, 2 Vipers and Hellfire. They are moving up. What is kind of surprising to me is that RJF is moving up on the low end side of things. And we have an Orion, 2 Novas, 3 Novas and the Mistlings for Black Omen here. GRAM and Orion providing some Overwatch for his team, and he is packing 4 large pulse lasers. The Mistlings of Black Fox in the low ground trying to scout out the enemy, and let's rotate around here a little bit and see what's going on. GRAM is trying to get a few shots in, while the Novas are more scattered to the left hand side. Jones by his side, Yonisa and Bacon Lord. Black Fox is moving up into the circle. He is making sure that RJF is not getting too much of an advantage. They have a UAV up in case RJF is moving up. They are sitting here in the low ground on the ramp. That might be their strategy to come up here, but that could turn out tricky because then they have to cross a choke point. The Viper's probably able to come up high here, maybe trying to figure out what they are doing. Iva here in the Viper in the low ground as well. I'm not quite sure what RJF is intending to do here. They of course have small pulse lasers. They are fairly brawly as well. The Hellfire up front of Noble Red, a long time and standing compilot. A few shots are being exchanged here, but not too much happening. Actually, on the RJF side, Black Fox is already down to 89%. Bacon Lord is... Oh, that's the Black Omen side. My bad. Bacon Lord to 93. Black Fox probably from peeking here at the ramp. GRAM in the back still with large pulls. Strike coming in on his position, so he's moving into the other direction. And Black Omen is moving up to the ramp right now. RJF still sitting in the low ground with either more to their right hand side. It is difficult to say how this is going to develop right now, but it seems like Black Omen is tired of waiting. They want to engage. GRAM is getting a few shots in down low on Noble Red, but taking more damage than the opponent. Not sure how this will pan out. Dionysai in the back, in the far back. He might engage. He is going to get chased down right now. He might be the first victim of RJF, and that might have been what RJF was waiting for a single opponent to be sitting. And there he goes, Dionysai. Nice focus fire by RJF. They killed him quickly, got his legs. Noble Red is legged now and killed as well. So this works out. Hoop Jones seems to be the next target for RJF. They're trying to get him down. He was able to tank some of the damage. 1 kill advantage for RJF. Bacon Lord is the next target. RJF circling around him, taking him out as well. RJF Daniel is pretty hurt and goes down now. GRAM is being focused by the Vipers at the moment. The initializer lagged, not sure what to do. Black Fox coming in here. GRAM trying to tank it out. Shielding his legs quite nicely, but he's hurt. He's dropping down right now. Black Fox dropping down on the other side. 3 versus 2 at the moment. GRAM pretty hurt. The question is, can they hunt down the Mistlings? Most likely. Initializer and the Black Lana Prime is trying to figure out what to do here. He's trying to get to GRAM. He's lagged himself, but GRAM is, according to the paper doll, he has no legs anymore. That shouldn't be the case. Yeah, now he has a very red leg. He's going down here, and Black Fox fighting it out with the Vipers. This should be over soon. With the 3 versus 1, I think he can't stand it any longer. And there he goes down. Well played by RJF. They had the patience. Kind of surprised me that they were waiting on the lower end of the ramp there. But obviously, Black Omen at some point got fed up with it and wanted to see what's going on, and wanted to make something happen. And obviously RJF used this to their advantage. Looking at the damage numbers, Solovey, Raspunik 390 top damage for RJF, Ivar with 353, Initializer 324. On the other side, GRAM 372 top damage, and the Rhine with 4 large pulls, 204 for Bacon Lord. Dionysai and the Nova got chased down quite early, got killed immediately, maybe got out 1 alpha, and that was it. Good drop. Good first drop for both teams. 5 kills to 2 in favor of RJF. And we are heading back into the lobby. Switching to Terra Therma, and let me update the score real quick. RJF winning drop 1, getting 10 points, but with 2 kills for Black Omen, that's 3 points for them at least, which leads to a new score of 11 to 3. And I will change the map to Terra Therma, well known. You all have been there most likely, one of the hotter maps in the game. Tonnage limitation goes up to 300 tons. RJF still on Team 1 side. They have won the first drop. If we want to have a quick look at the map spread, RJF was on Team 1 side. They basically positioned themselves down here in the Charlie 3 area, while GRAM in the beginning was here. The Novas spread out here, one of the guys up front. And then they moved up here, and when they circled around, Dionysii was late following the main team, while RJF moved up the ramp, chased him down, killed him quite early, still here in this area, and therefore had a slight advantage in getting the first kill, snowballing from there. Teams are exchanging pilots right now. We've moved to another map, and we will see what they are going to do on Terra Firma. And have a quick look at the chat. What's going on, guys? Whoever made this intro deserves the medal, Phoenix. That was IQ Fish, with the help of a lot of people. But he was making the video. Bandit was helping, Bandit B17. Maybe to the people who are long enough in combo, very well-known caster. Yeah, he has casted probably was a benchmark for casting MWO comp, casting the first World Championships and a lot more together with his co-caster. And go RJF, I read go RJF, Dead Abby Rakov, Dead Don't Die, good luck RJF, good luck Black Omen, Iva in Light, Insta Suicide, we'll see about that. Polycat says, luckily it's a medium, high Polycat by the way, strictly speaking, so there might be hope. 50-50 says, whatever it takes, good luck. Give Andy to Iva, yeah, that might be more his thing. Xios is here, hi Xios. I correct myself, Ivan anything over 100 kph insta suicide, says whatever it takes. That's what you said. I'm not gonna comment on that, but seems funny and likely. So all of the RJF pilots are in right now. They are sorting lances. We are waiting for them to ready up and lock. And honestly speaking, I do not really even want to say much about Terra Firma. You have all seen it. It's really not too complicated, to be honest. Both of these teams have been quite brawly. We are talking domination. Therefore, Team 1 RJF is probably coming in either from this direction or from this direction, setting up somewhere here in this area, and the only question is who is going to push whom, while most likely Black Omen is setting up somewhere here, and they have from their side, since they would have to push uphill, that's a bit more tricky. Usually the Team 2 side is trying to set up and receive, but on the other hand, having a proper push going from RJF into their direction could be quite helpful. But I could imagine from RJF, seeing what they've done on drop 1, that they try to circle around somehow, try to get into the backs, try to force Black Omen to make a move and maybe even make a mistake. We will see about that. So RJF is locked right now. Team 2 is on the clock. They are moving lances, both teams at 300 tons, both locked. Therefore we can launch. Here we go. And we are on the map. Teams are still loading in. They are in the dropship. Let's see when they start moving. I will hide this. And here we go. RJF, 2 Night Gears, Viper, double Black Lantern and a Viper. And for
Fleet Command,
It says CSPS now, Black Omen, it's 5 Hellfire 2s. And what do they have? Probably Brawly, Small Pulse, SRMs, AMS, okay. Yeah, they are all about the same. Coming in here, and let's have a quick look at what they are doing. The Black Lana is probably Brawly, Small Pulse, ER Micros, ER PPC, 3 AC10s on the Night Gears. So some kind of Overwatch for RJF here. Noble Red in the Black Lana, heading into the circle as fast as he can, ticking the clock a little bit, maybe giving them the 1 point for the win if this draws out for a long time. I doubt that, considering the brawl deck of Black Omen here. Small Pulse here, macros for him as well. And now I'm just curious when the rest of the team is going to come in. I mean, with the Night Gears setting up on this side here, I would expect them. It's gonna be interesting, because the Night Gears are basically alone together with Iva and the Black Lana, and they are gonna get pushed by 5 people right now. All 2 of them in one spot. This is not gonna end well for them. The other 2s are far out. The Noble Red is coming in right now. They might be a little bit too late to the party. They are utilizing the ramp. The Hellfires will have trouble to get up there. Bacon Lord is moving in here. And RJF Daniel. He's jumping up high. Yonisai taking some heat on the Hellfire as well. RJF Daniel going down first. Yonisai only damage met on the Black Omen side so far. To be a Squirrel here in the Hellfire. Shout out to him. Was nice playing with him last season. Yonisai tanking out Noble Red. Getting support from Dubious Squirrel. Noble Red G-Ram has taken out Initializer. Let's try to get a little bit of a better angle. As Bonik killed Bacon Lord. So that's 1 down for Black Omen, 2 for RJF. Noble Red was pretty hurt. Dionysai is getting a lot of damage right now, 2-2. Seems like RJF might be able to turn this around. Noble Red pretty hurt and lagged. And he's getting focused right now by Dubious and G-Ram. Finally going down. Iva and Solo Ray still up in the Viper. Dubious trying to dodge him. He's going for Hoop Jones in the Hellfire. But the Viper is pretty hurt as well. Going down finally. Hoop probably overheated himself badly or got shot in the back. Now it's just Iva against 3 max. Hoop Jones pretty hurt. Dubious Squirrel and G-Ram still seem to be healthy enough, and this is the outcome I would have expected with the initial 5 versus 3 situation. Iva going down. Therefore we have a 5-2 victory. 5 kills to 2 kills victory here for Black Omen. And as you can see from where the dead mechs are laying around, the fight moved around a little bit, and some of these guys were able to draw it out quite nicely. But Black Omen getting the first win in. So, copying this, we have the match ID. Looking at the damage, nice damage spread for Black Omen. Not too high damage numbers, which is good. That means they were accurate. 383 for G-Ram, followed by 320 from Dubious. 245 Dionysai on the RJF side. We have 470 from Raspunik, followed by Iva, who was the last man standing. 376, 362 for Noble Red. The 2 Night Gears, lower damage numbers, couldn't do much, spreading damage a little bit too much. And therefore a nice victory for Black Omen in drop 2. Let's get back into the lobby, and we will move to Rubelite Oasis for drop 3. But Black Omen should get the full 10 points for the kills, just 3 points for RJF due to the 2 kills. which gives us a new total 14 points. RJF 13 points. Black Omen. And I am going to change the map here. Rubelite Oasis is it. It is. Tonnage limit goes up to 350. Team 1 on the clock. 21:26, 5 minutes. The teams have 5 minutes each to get ready and get locked. For everybody who is just tuning in, and as a small reminder, we are delayed by 6 minutes actually with the stream to make sure that there's no live information given away to the teams playing. And we are getting ready for drop 3 right now. So far it's a pretty even fight. Both teams have won one drop. Equal points, just the 1 point advantage from RJF from the 1v1 they won. And I'm really curious to see what's gonna happen in Rubelite Oasis with tonnage going up and the mechs getting more heavy, especially on a larger map like Rubelite Oasis. We have seen a number of teams trying to play ranged approaches with mixed success depending on how they were setting up. Especially in the lower divisions, this does not always work out, but we are talking about two very experienced teams here, even if Black Omen certainly has a new team composition compared to the past. But RJF is a team, a long-standing comp team. I think they were one of the first teams in MW comp, ever playing with a lot of very, very experienced pilots. Noble Red, RJF Daniel, formerly known as Slave Labor, are long around initializer as well. Raspunik, I think, too, if I remember correctly. I'm getting old, so forgive me if I don't have this present anymore. But it's nice to see Black Omen playing very well here as well, especially with a couple of new pilots in, the CSPS guys helping out here, led by Bacon Lord and GRIM, obviously. It's basically still half a GenX team. I'm not sure if they want to hear that. We'll leave that to them. So RJF is moving around Lances. Seems like they are gonna be heavy on Bravo. And if we have a quick look at the map thread, they are Team 1 heavy on Bravo. Means they are sitting on this side, they are locked. Team 2 on the clock. We have one guy in Alpha, but that's basically due to they can't have them all up. They could move up here, more likely here. Question is if they are gonna be brawl. Team 2 so far Bravo heavy as well, which is here. We've seen a lot of the Team 2 guys moving up basically here into this area and setting up some kind of a firing line here, but it's usually very helpful to have kind of a kill box and set somebody up in the front, like here as well. You need to have somebody in the circle, but we'll see in a minute. Team 2 is locked as well, so let's launch this. Downside of Rubelite Oasis usually is that it's difficult to see through the fog if you zoom out a little bit more, so I will try to stay more on the low ground, even if it's nice to be up high to catch all of the action. But then again, I can imagine being close can be interesting for you guys as well. And on the RJF side, we have 3 Timberwolves, an Executioner and a Mistlings. And if we check the loadout of these guys real quick, large pulse via mediums, that is what they are going for. Here larges on the Executioner, so that is some kind of overwatch, and of course the Mistlings needs to get in the circle. And let's have a look at what Black Omen is bringing. We have GRAM, small pulse here, micro lasers, black lanners, 3 of them here. There's an Executioner coming in with 2 ER PPCs and a lot of small and micro lasers as a backup, and Supernova with 4 large pulse and 4 ER mediums. These 2 will be more of an overwatch, and let's see where they are moving. They are going to the left side, probably engaging soon. To be a squirrel scouting the opponent here, getting some heat from the Executioner from RJF Daniel in the back, the large overwatch guy. He's trying to get some early damage in. The strike here, well placed on Dubious, going down to 89%. Actually, Dornisai taking some damage as well as GRAM. They are doing this quite nicely, so they fall back at the moment, while the rest of RJF is moving up, supported by RJF Daniel and the Executioner in the back. They are circling around, GRAM crossing here into the middle, Hoop Jones in the black lanner. Supernova is coming in behind Dornisai on this side as well. I mean, he's large pulse, so he needs to get up close, and the Executioner with the large lasers obviously has a range advantage on him, so I think he can't do too much damage to Daniel, but he's down to 82%, probably taking some PPC shots from Dornisai and the Executioner. Bacon Lord taking some damage here as well. So far, Black Omen still on the left hand side. But the matchmaker thinks this is Comstar Postal Service is kinda distracting, honestly. The black lanners are moving up, they want to get into range. They do not want to be softened up anymore. UAV up for them, they wanted to figure out where the opponent is. RJF, the main force, went to the other side with their large pulse here medium setup. That makes sense, they want to have some range at least and get some damage in before the brawl mechs are close. And here they focus on GRAM in the black lanner. He's taking a lot of damage, trying to tank as good as he can. He needs to go down. Divert the focus fire away from him. Iva is getting legged already and getting killed pretty fast right now. The small pulse lasers are powerful when up close. All of Black Omen slightly softened up already, and RJF Daniel is trying to get the shots into the squirrel is legged. Initializer going down. Dubious is tanking quite nicely. GRAM has gone for Raspunik, getting him, killing him finally. Nobleret in the Mistlings is trying to get GRAM here. GRAM fell down. His legs probably pretty hurt, self-destructed due to the fall. Now it's 3 versus 2. The Mistlings is running away. RJF Daniel is trying to get into a point where he can protect his back better, shooting Hoop Jones here, trying to make sure that he is not hurt too bad. Nobleret taking a bad shot from Dornisai here in the Mistlings. He is pretty hurt. Oh, and that's it. Black Omen had the circle, winning this drop with 3 kills over 2 kills. Probably not what both teams expected, but this can happen on domination every once in a while. As we can see here, victory for Black Omen. And top damage for them goes to Bacon Lord in the Supernova with the 4 large pulse build, 474. The rest of them, outside of GRAM, 250 with below 200, but they were quite effective in general. On the other hand, Daniel 497 in the Executioner, 375 for Rasmunik in the Timber, Vol Initializer 219 the Mistlings, and the other Timby low 100 numbers. So let's get back into the lobby and update the score. That was a win for Black Omen. They had 3 kills, that's 5 points plus 1 for the victory, that's 6, with the 2 kills, that's 3 points for RJF. That means we have a new score, which is 17 points for RJF, 19 for Black Omen, so it's still incredibly close. And it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen next. I will change the teams now. Teams are swapped. We will increase the tonnage limit to 400 and switch the map to River City. Here we go. Black Omen now on Team 1 side, RJF on Team 2 side. Team 1 is on the clock. They have 5 minutes to ready up and getting locked. Dave is asking in the chat, do I need to look up Hellfire 2? Obviously! Worked out nicely for them. Nice push. Hilakos is writing G Rampage. Yeah, indeed. Dave says, I shelved my executioners years ago, but people seem to be using them again. Indeed. They have their place even in comp again. Just be aware they can be a bit squishy, but they are fast and versatile, and speed is very important, especially in 5v5 when it gets brawly. You don't want to be out of position. So any more comments? Div B, let's go. Indeed. So what's quite interesting, due to the drop 3 not getting finished by time, by having the domination circle, this means we will not have all the points from all the kills for both of the teams. So in general, this reduces the amount of points both teams can get, which might be a loss looking at things from the winning team side. And I'm not sure if RJF did this on purpose when they figured out they were on the losing end of things. I doubt that. I think they will always go to try and win. This happened more out of an accident due to the situation. Team 1 is locked. We can have a quick look what this means. We had 400 tons, so it gets more heavy. What we've seen in the past from teams on River City is that they tend to bring a bit more Dakar, for example, a bit more range. And on the Team 1 side, if you have a look at it, we have 1 mech in Alpha, 2 in Bravo, 2 in Charlie for Black Omen, which is an interesting composition, to be honest, because a lot of teams like to take the airport and maybe circle around Fox 6, setting up proper firing lines over to the other side. This seems not to be the Black Omen approach. They might be more brawly with 4 of the mechs on the city side of things, probably wanting to receive a push, and the Alpha guy could simply be light, trying to scout from the airport. And if I'm having a quick look on the Team 2 side, RJF only with 2 pilots in at the moment, so they are switching pilots, maybe even switching builds. adjusting their strategy slightly. It's at least a possibility, but what we've seen so far quite often on the Team 2 side in River City in this week 2 with this tonnage is that our team setting up Alpha Bravo and basically moving up here, maybe setting up behind the Citadel. The more brawly teams like to come through the city. If they are more Daka heavy, maybe they take a position here. But of course there's a possibility as well. This is assault that needs to be considered. By the way, I need to change that. The bases are important as well. Not that you want to win by just capping the base, that would be just 1 point. Kills are way more important, obviously, but considering that it's a possibility, for example, to take up a city as well and try to get some longer firing lines in. At least what we have seen so far is that RJF likes to take some Overwatch mechs and at least have them in the back, and with these fast brawl pushes, the possibility of them coming in a lot of situations, what you want to do is at least have 1 or 2 mechs capable of stopping a brawl push, giving the guys in the back enough time to get more damage in, and soften the lines, maybe get 1 or 2 kills while the brawl push is coming in. Slow it down a little bit if you bring Overwatch or range. So right now 4 people in for RJF. Seems like they are setting up the right lenses already as well. Just 1 guy missing. So far we have Daniel and Iva again in Charlie lens. Rasponik in Initializer and Bravo lens. This might still be subject to change. Noble Red finally coming in. 2 guys in Charlie lens for Team 2 side is actually quite interesting. It's a bit far out here, but if they want to go upper city, as I said, that's a possibility. Actually 3 guys in the Charlie lens, so we are Charlie Bravo heavy for RJF. They wouldn't surprise me to see something like a more ranged approach from them this time. Both are locked. Let's launch them. Dave says we deserve to see Codex Spirit beer drops. We'll see about that, man. People in the chat seem not to be happy that points were wasted from the domination victory. But guys, that happens. Let me get that camera view out of the picture. Quick look at what the teams are bringing. Black Omen, Direwolf, Timber, Vegal, Executioner, Night Gear. And more brawly on the RJF side, 3 Gargoyles, a linebacker and an Executioner. And we can have a quick look what the Dire and Night Gear are packing, most likely. Oh, no, not Daka Gauss, ER Larges. Night Gear, ER PPC, 3 AC-10s. That seems to be one of the new preferred builds on the Night Gear. I'm still a huge fan of the Gauss ER Large Laser builds, so back in the day, the Gauss ER PPC builds. Large Pulse ER Mediums. Here on Black Fox on the Timby, he's a bit alone on this side, and he could be a victim to a quick RJF push. To be Squirrel and Bacon Lord coming in here, and I'm wondering Dionysai and G-Ram what larges on Dionysai as well. G-Ram in the Vegal, PPCs, 3 heavy machine guns getting up on the Citadel. And they have a very, very nice spread if you look at that. It's gonna be difficult to push them. RJF will have to decide for a side, and Noble Red in the linebacker is taking quite some damage already. Raspunek here as well. The gargoyles and executioner setting up here in the buildings. Not sure how to solve the situation. Large pulls on them, medium pulls, here micros on this one. This is basically the same build on all the gargoyles. And in the upper city we have the linebacker of Noble Red. He's falling down here, taking quite some damage early. SRMs, he's the only real brawl mech. He's trying to move up. Black Fox is getting into position to receive him, getting support in the back here from Dubious Squirrel. They are falling back a little bit. They know he's coming in with brawl. And with their laser woman they should be able to take him out. And in the meantime the gargoyles decided to move up over the water. They need to get into range. 3 people on the airport right now. And the question is, are they able to catch one guy out in the open? On this side it's only GRAM. Noble Red going down in the linebacker with the SRMs. That was not a surprise. We saw that happening, or coming basically already. This is going to be more and more difficult for RJF. They are all getting softened up. Here far in the back, that's a quite nice position for Bacon Lord. In the Direwolf, he has perfect overwatch. He might need to shoot between the buildings, but he's probably getting a few shots in here whenever a window opens up with a Gauss. Here large build, that is quite nice. The gargoyles and executioner move through the buildings, taking a lot of damage. Let's get a look at them. Strikes coming in as well. They are pushing Dubious here in the night gear right now. Initializer almost down. Dubious taking the most heat right now. He will certainly die here. Black Fox coming in from behind. Initializer pretty hurt. Dionysai here in a pretty good position as well. Soloyev getting shot in the back. That's 2 down for RJF. The other's pretty hurt. Initializer is basically one touch. Dionysai and the executioner falling back further, drawing them out here as far as he can. Initializer getting shot by the Dire in the back from this perfect overwatch position. That's 3 down for RJF. Dionysai is faster than the Gargoyle with the mask on the executioner. Ivar now in the open for the Direwolf. And in the meantime we have a small little fight here between RJF Daniel and GRAM. The executioner taking a lot of shots. Not able to really hurt him too badly. GRAM pop-tarting. He lost his heavy machine guns in the arm, finally killing RJF Daniel, and now it's just down to Ivar, but he will probably not survive a lot longer. The only question right now is, can he take another kill? And looking at the percentages, it might be possible, but it might be tricky, and as you can see he's perfectly surrounded and finally getting killed by Black Fox. Nice shot from him. Decisive victory here from Black Omen. 5 kills to 1. They try to make up for the situation with a domination victory. Let's have a quick look at the damage numbers. Bacon Lord 602 on the Direwolf in the Overwatch position, and GRAM in the Veagle 629 with the PPCs. That was quite impressive. The others didn't made a lot of damage as well. Here Dionysai 485, 425, and on the other hand, outside of Daniel and the executioner for 17, the team was not able to deal a lot of damage. Noble Red and the linebacker coming in early, just getting out 50 damage before getting wrecked. He was basically softened up and pretty badly hurt while he was approaching already, and just had to be finished off by the 2 guys expecting to receive him. So let's get back into the lobby. Give the teams the opportunity to have a look at the final map. Of course they know what to expect. For drop 5 we will play on Caustic Valley with no tonnage limitation. So I will draw this up. Team 1 on the clock. And they have 5 minutes now to get ready. From what we've seen from the Black Omen guys, they should be done with this quite fast. So let me update the scoreboard. This was another Black Omen victory. 10 points for them. Just 1 kill on the RJF side. That's just 1 point for them. So right now the points go more into the direction of Black Omen. By now they have won 3 drops. 29 points in total with the 18 points of RJF. So in terms of points, this is already a victory for Black Omen, because RJF can get only 10 points max. That would bring them to 28. But Black Omen certainly wants to get more points for the scoreboard to win the division. Right now they are, I think, in 2nd and 3rd place. RJF is in 3rd at the moment at 51, Black Omen in 5th at 38, but some of the teams have their scores in already from the matches from this week, obviously. So this is gonna change a little bit, and if Black Omen wants to catch up with the top 3 spots, they certainly need to get more points. Team 1 is not locked yet, but RJF seems to get ready and moving people around as well. And maybe we can use the time to have a quick look at Caustic Valley, because if you might know that there's a new structure on the map which came in the last patch. The map was very open, kind of a sniper fest for everybody. A lot of people liked that. By the way, Team 1 is locked. So Team 2 on. I can't type on the clock. And PGI tries with a new structure here, and they try to provide a bit more cover, cover the shooting lines a little bit. So we will see what's going to happen. With here drop 5, no tonnage limitation, you can basically bring 5 direwolves if you haven't used any in the previous drops. And what we've seen so far is a lot of Dakar decks for this map. And I'm kind of curious what these two teams are going to bring here as well. But both teams are ready and good to go, and therefore we should launch them. Teams are loading in. They are still sitting in the dropship. This gives me the opportunity to show you the new structure. Here it is. This was added just recently to the map. A few bridges, you can walk underneath them. This provides a bit more cover and closes down some of the lines that have been there before. But we want to know what the teams are bringing, and we have here on the RJF side 3 Executioners and 2 Kodiaks. I'm a little bit curious. 4 Ghost Rifle Kodiaks, Executioners with ER larges. This one probably, no, this one has some backup weapons at least. And on the other side for Black Omen, we have 3 Executioners and 2 Direwolves. And they are spreading out as well. You can see it quite nicely on them. Some going to the left, some on the right, while RJF is moving up more here on the map to the left hand side, which we have seen from other teams previously as well. It's a strong position up there on this side. Or is it the side? I would have to check. Yonisai here in the 3R PPC micro laser build. He's trying to get a far angle on them, getting some early shots in. First shots are being exchanged here with Bacon Lord at 97% and the Direwolf in the far back. This is gonna be interesting. Do we Squirrel here in the Executioner? 3R PPCs, micro lasers as well. They are ready for some close-up action, but as you can see here, these teams just get up high on the far outskirts of the map and are trading, and we can see the percentages. RJF overall going down a little bit. On the Black Omen side, not too much happening yet. Just Black Fox at 95, Bacon at 92. So far it's pretty even. Initializer moving up a bit further here. Daniel and Raspunik trying to get into a proper spot as well. Noble Red is trying to trade with his Gauss rifles here, which can be kinda tricky against PPC max. But you can see RJF is moving in here a little bit more into the middle, and they get shot from a lot of different angles, which causes them some problems. Daniel at 87%, Raspunik taking some more shots to 93. It's not a lot of damage yet, but it might add up over time. He might have got hit a little bit in the back, in the side torso. That comes down to some of the PPCs at times. In terms of hit rate that can happen, or maybe from a strike. They are spreading out a little bit more. They figured out that the opponent is far stretched out as well. Initializer trying to sneak up here in his Executioner in the low ground. He has ER larges, but he is not happy with his position, taking a ER large laser burn here to his arm, which shouldn't matter to him too much. While Daniel and Raspunik are circling around further. And what we can do, maybe, is jump into the cockpits real quick. So you figure out what they are seeing, not too much. They are using the masky to reposition as fast as they can, and of course everybody using heat vision. Quick shots coming in here. They are positioning Echo 6, Echo 5. Really a large laser burn here, or at least with 4 of them, to get out as much damage in a short time as possible. Either a little bit hurt here. RJF percentage is close. Fall further. Another strike here on Daniel and Raspunik. They don't look too healthy anymore, I would say, in terms of percentages. Black Omen is in a little bit better shape. And if you look here at Daniel, his CT is weak already. Raspunik still looking okay, but Daniel needs to be careful. And here in the middle, Initializer still pretty healthy, spreaded damage quite nicely. Not sure if Noble Red and Iva are able to do a lot here. Iva down to 60%, doesn't look too healthy. His right torso is almost open, lost one arm. And finally his torso opens up. He needs to be careful not to lose his Gauss rifle. And you can say Black Omen has spread out quite nicely. Bacon Lord here in the middle again in this superior position, very high up. He's able to take shots of opportunity on his opponents, supporting the snipers on his left and his right as well. And as we can see here on this side, Jiram and Dubious trading quite nicely with Daniel. Let's have a look at Jiram. Yeah, he's kind of softened up as well already, but not open yet. Dubious needs to be super careful. He is badly caught. His percentage looks good, but he could be one good shot and it could all be over for him. That's what I meant earlier with executioners can be kind of squishy. But Daniel is completely caught as well. Left torso open, CT open for Raspunik as well. Question is only now who goes on which side. Does somebody go down first? Raspunik taking more damage, but seems like with not too much impact. And we see Initializer sneaking up here. Is he able to sneak up on Dubious and on GRAM? That would be huge, actually. If he can take out Dubious, I mean Dubious is only hiding at this point of time. He's trying to get a shot out every once in a while. He's taking a shot of opportunity on GRAM in the Direwolf, which definitely hit quite nicely. Dubious reacting to it. Initializer badly caught but able to take out Dubious. That's the first kill in advantage of RJF, but look at their percentages. They are all extremely hurt. Finally, Dionysai able to kill Noble Red. Raspunik is taking a lot of damage here, and Daniel should go down next. Yes, indeed. And I would expect Raspunik to be killed soon as well. But Initializer is still trading with GRAM, and Raspunik got a back shot on GRAM while he was backing up here from Initializer, getting that angle. So this flank is open right now. 2-2, but look at the percentages, and this should still be a clear advantage for Black Omen. Everybody on the RJF side is basically one touch. Bacon Lord still sitting back here in this higher position, pretty fresh. He can still tank a lot of damage. The other guys trading here. Black Fox trading with Initializer right now, trying to get the shot, getting supported by Dionysai, who's finally able to finish off Initializer. Now it's just Raspunik who's left, and this should be just a matter of time until these three are able to take him out as well. And as you can see, Black Fox is still pretty fresh. Dionysai doesn't look too hurt as well. Yeah, he probably took some damage from overheating, from trading. And if we look at Raspunik, we know it from earlier. He was one of the first to be caught. Kind of surprising that he's still alive. He's basically one touch. You just need to look at him, Black Fox, and he's dead. There we go. That's a 5-2 victory for Black Omen, and that's GG's, as Daniel is writing here as well. Very nice game. Let's have a look at the stats. And that is quite impressive on the Black Omen side. GRAM and the Direwolf farming 884 damage, followed by Dionysai 654. Bacon Lord was in this position further back, 555 still. Black Fox and Dubious 257, 197. But on the other side we have Initializer this 580, Raspunik 424, and the others at 200 something. Noble Red going down quite early at 72. Unfortunate for them, but that was a very good match. So let's get back into the lobby and update the score. That's another win for Black Omen, getting the 10 points they wanted so badly. 2 kills just for RJF, that's 3 points. So we have a final score of 21 points for RJF, 1 drop 1, and the 1v1 of course, and Black Omen with 39 total points, 4 drops 1. Clear victory for them. Very well played, I would say. Perfect. Thank you so much to the teams. That was quite enjoyable to watch. I hope you had a good time. And I'm looking at the chat real quick. If there's anything I have missed, Black Omen pulls ahead by 2 points. Let's go. Yeah, I hope they remember to switch to Assault before dropping. Yay! Server connection lost. What in the world is going on? Nice received. Direwolf for the win. Check out past streams. Nice. Yeah, that's it. Hoop Jones. Very well. Anyways, guys, It was a pleasure to cast. I wish you all a nice evening. I'm not sure. Are there right now? There might be another cast going on. Maybe you can check it out if somebody knows if Starwolf and Markolai, Ivor are still live. I'm not quite sure about that. Is there another stream coming in today? I think no. I think that's it for today, if I'm not mistaken. Check the schedule if you want, but I think that was all for today. It was a pleasure to have you here, and I hope you enjoyed the match as much as I did. Look out for the scoreboard, look out for upcoming streams, and take care. See you soon. Bye bye.